Hello, ladies, gents, and spoon-bending baldies. We return to the daily challenge of Spelunky. It is the 1st of June. Is it the 1st of June? Not really sure. I'm pretty sure this is the 1st of June daily challenge. Am I gonna ghost today? Am I not gonna ghost today? Oh, the incredible decision that we have come across. I am using the new keyboard. The new keyboard that came over, and the clackety-clack of some keys is a little louder, but the spacebar, you can barely hear it, can you? You can barely hear it. The spacebar is much quieter. So I don't know overall what kind of difference is going to be. Who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? If you don't like it, well, I hope that you can endure it and then stick around and click the like button anyway, because numbers and statistics is all I care about. So, you know, stick around and endure it just for the sake of my marginal and tiny. Look, this jump is not nearly as easy as you might think. Okay, it's not as easy as you might think. It's not 100% straightforward. All right, and it all happened. It's all good. Life is grand. We can continue into today's narrative. Congratulations for making it all the way to the half point of 2020. What a blessed, beautiful year this has been. Oh, so many wonderful events that have happened. Wonder what else we have in store. It's only half of a year. Do you know what you can 100% without uncertainty look forward to in 2020, the second half? Well, of course, you have the trash fire that's going to be the US election. No matter what way you lean, it's going to be a trash fire. That is guaranteed. You also have a hurricane season that, you know, that's something that you can look to every single year. But today, it's probably going to be heightened in some way because, you know, 2020 just plays hardcore. 2020 decided, you know what, I'm going to enable that hard mode. That it was still before, it was, let's say, before it was in Hurt Me Plenty. Now, it is in complete nightmare mode. And it's only going to get worse. I was going to do the whole Doom bit, but I forget the other actual difficulty levels, so I couldn't commit to the bit in that regard. So there's another failure on my part, but at this point, you know, what is tiny bits of failure compared to the massive, horrendous ordeal that is just living through this reality. This timeline, while in some ways is the most amazing, in some other ways has become slightly disappointing. Just slightly. What else can you look forward to? This is something that comes up all the time, and this is mostly just related to the United States because that's where I live. If you are in your own locality, probably you'll have some other stuff to worry about, but here there's always that. There's always rumblings here and there of, oh, Yellowstone is gonna blow this year. You hear it coming back in now and then, and you can never tell whether it is just people afraid on the internet. I don't even want to call it conspiracy theories, just people concerned, but without any actual evidence. They get more worried about it and try to make a stink about it, but it's still exactly the same risk that there was before, just like, you know, the big one in Los Angeles, just like the big one. When Los Angeles will finally drop into the sea, to the rejoicement of not an insignificant amount of people, until they understand just how much Los Angeles economy actually matters to the rest of the world and the country. But anyway, no, I don't want to drop you there. I'm trying to put this dog somewhere that he'll be okay. Anyway, Yellowstone blowing up. I don't know whether to give it credence or not. It's probably just the same amount of risk that it was in 2019 and 2018, but it's eventually gonna happen, right? It's a freaking super volcano complex, and eventually it's gotta blow. It's just what volcanoes do. It do what it do. So it's only a matter of time. Will it happen this year? Seeing the trend of 2020 seems to be like gobbling up every single disaster. I'm trying to, while I go off on my rants, my diatribes, trying to figure out how can I kill this guy without using my bombs. Not terribly easy. Like, there's always the risk of just go in there. I guess I could use Major Stupid to stun him. We're going to take the risk, possibly immediately regret it. We're going to do that. He'll actually come out, so maybe just give it a little bit of time. Ah! Did not anticipate that outcome. Did not anticipate that outcome. Okay, Major Stupid, you can go down there. For some reason. For some reason. Sometimes they just don't turn around and get really pissed. Sometimes they're caught in a cobweb. I think the difference is when their feet are on the ground, they can turn around on the cobweb and wreck you. If their feet are off the ground, they won't be able to turn around and wreck you. And that's something that feels like could be easily tested. Definitely something to, for you sleuths out there, Spelunky sleuths, to determine exactly when, because there's so many times that shopkeepers, I think, oh, this is going to be safe, and then I get close, and when they are trapped in a cobweb, how is this man not impaled? I don't know. They're trapped in a cobweb, and somehow they just turn around as I approach. All right, it's all good. You gotta jump into this spot. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Everything goes according to plan. We will grab all this money because I don't want to wait for the ghost until there's a freaking vault, and there is a vault, so I have wasted a little bit, not a lot. I wasted a little bit of money. I am pretty committed to ghosting vaults and, now and then actually picking them up. It's a thing that sometimes I forget to do. Not a big deal. Who cares at this point? Alright. There's a maniac down there. There should be a chest somewhere. And I am very, very want of fondling chests. Alright, you piece of garbage. You have accrued death at my hands. What else can you look forward to in this fantastic year of our Lord 2020? Well, you may be concerned, or you may be looking forward to. The China-US escalation has been steadily going up. Rhetoric keeps escalating. Who knows where that will end? Now would be a really good time to strike in some underhanded, terrible way, while the United States goes through perfectly peaceful riots. Let's put a bomb there. This guy's going to come out. Now will be a good time to send in the missiles. Well, we're all busy murdering each other. It's all good. Well, he dropped his shotgun. How much of a danger is he? How much of a danger is he? And please, this guy's gonna get wrecked. If only I could aim. If only I could aim correctly. It's alright, it's okay then. The ghost is coming. Oh, there you go. The ghost is coming. All I need to do is stand right here. Everything will be solved in a matter of seconds. There was another thing in the list. Like, I was actually mentally making this list earlier in the week. It's like, man, it's only been 6 months in this cursed year. What else is gonna happen before the year is over? Not like, it's a completely arbitrary distinction from one year to the next. Not like it matters. 2021 is not magically going to improve the quality of life of everybody involved. It's still going to be a freaking nightmare. So, can't really get that without using another rope, and I don't appreciate that. Look, I grabbed the vault. You can stop yelling at me in the comments. I know that I forgot it. There was a gem behind his butt. I know that I forgot in the previous daily challenge, okay? I need to atone for my sins. I need to get all these monies. How can I get those gems? All I need to do is worth a rope. Apparently it is, because I did it. So, not feeling great about that one, but whatever. Those two, I already spent the bomb. I need to go get them. Get them ghosted. Should not be too difficult if I make it all the way up there. Oh yeah. Oh, perfection. Perfection. We'll go grab that good stuff. Probably want to get the ghost somewhere that it was not going to immediately trap you forever. Really? 3 beautiful gems there. No comments. Oh. Well, I guess I am throwing out a rope, huh? If there had been a monster in that, if there had been a monster in that wonderful little pot, we'll be dead now. Well, I wasted way too many ropes. But it should be all right. Should be okay. And of course, who could forget? Who could forget Corona-chan's second wave in the rest of 2020? Most health officials seem to be pretty damn convinced that's going to happen. You know, slightly helped, I bet. It's going to be slightly accelerated, that entire problem, by the fact that there is widespread protests and other more violent than protests all over the country. People getting close together because, as everybody knows, you know, social distancing and all that stuff, that's only effective in beaches. When you get angry enough, Corona evaporates. You know, it doesn't affect you anymore. So you no longer can contract it when you're in close proximity to other people yelling next to you. So, you know, you can look forward to that. I hope that you are all prepared for what is to come. If there's something, man, if there's something that 2020 has cemented in my mind, I already didn't ever want to. Like, I knew I was not a city person. But if there's something 2020 has cemented in my mind, is if you have a choice, get the hell away from big cities. It's just, yeah, it might be convenient to get all those food choices and all those wonderful plethora of entertainment. Is it worth it though to be trapped in a rat cage? One of the, what was the name of it? This very famous rat experiment, the rat apartment complex that this guy made to study colonies of rats. It's super interesting. I watched the Down the Rabbit Hole video for it. I would definitely recommend it if I could remember it now. I'm sure you could find it if you could just type Down the Rabbit Hole rat experiments. It's super fascinating. I won this vault. I only have 3 bombs though. Will I embrace the fact, pretty sure I can make it, yeah, that this will leave me with just 1 bomb? Apparently, because I'm doing it. He will eventually get himself spiked, right? This is a reasonable way forward. There we go. If you have a choice, and most of the time you're gonna have a choice, because you know what? The moment you move out of a big city, rent is going to be cut in half. So maybe you'll suffer for a little while, but you will find somewhere where you can pay rent. This guy's still alive. I understand this. I understand that this guy's still alive. But damn it, I am committed to having this vault ghosted. I don't know what I'm going to do. Nice, he's dead. I have no idea what I'm going to do to avoid this ghost, but we'll figure that out as we go. Don't you worry about a thing, baby. How hard can it be to avoid a single supernatural being that wants to devour my soul? I deal with that every day of my life. I am married, so, you know, we're going to be just fine. Money. And there's also a emerald over there. We are ghosting, but just casually, just keeping it casual. I don't have any suit and tie on. I am not dressing to the nines to this ghosting occasion. Just keeping it. Oh, well. Welp. Okay, so good. So good. Everything's fine. Still managed to not spend a rope. That's what matters. That's what matters the most. All right, we got through. Everything's fine. Life is grand. Let's focus a little bit on the positive, because you can start looking at everything, the news and all the things happening in cities, and it's like, it's still the minority, man. It may feel like the world is on fire, but look at stats. You need to keep that perspective inside your brain. Look at stats, look at numbers. Corona-chan has barely made a dent. Oh, it's actually a much more positive outcome so far than, well, we were all fearing, including myself. Like, I thought that it would be a far greater disaster that has been so far. Of course, it's been bad, but not even close to how bad and how virulent. At least I thought it would be, seeing you know, how everything was progressing, and of course the fate of the horrible. Man, look at that teleporter. What a beauty. What a beauty. I'll be all over that in a speed run. I ain't all about that today. Ooh, here we have a black market at somewhere. I'm hoping to send Major Stupid into it. Looks like it's in this corner. But not easy to find. Pretty sure my one bomb is going to find it. Please don't be at the ground level. I will be very upset about that. Nice. All good. That over there. Not going to go this foolish. I'm not going to near this area because there's a chance we can profit from the demise of this piece of trash called the shopkeeper. I'm gonna just leave him alone. It's a pretty easy kill there. I'm just gonna leave him alone. I just feel magnanimous today. Let's go. Let's go into the black market. I am completely out of, or almost completely out of resources. My last rope is going to be used hiding. No hard hand, huh? No hard hand to upset the shopkeepers. I thought for sure he was getting close enough for me to provoke his rage. Alright, I'm just going to very carefully go in there and just murder each and every one of them. There's, you know, so there's some positives there around that entire topic. The riots, yeah, they are happening. But, you know, everybody also thought during the Rodney King incidents that the world was coming to an end. They just go down in history, and then people just survive and move on. And hopefully things will change for the better. That's about the most that you can hope for, and you be part of that positive change. But there's not much else that you can do other than fret. Just don't fret. Don't fret. Be part of the positive change. Obviously, reject violence in all forms. Reject brutality in all forms. Be kind to your fellow human beings, no matter their stripes, no matter their beliefs. Kindness and patience and love. That's the way to change things, and that's the only thing that changes things for the better. A rare, wholesome message from your Uncle Blargo right here. Rare, wholesome message. Yeah, you see revolutions, you see violent uprisings, and you may think, well, that brought about change. But was it truly change that was positive in the end? I will concede. Maybe there are exceptions to violent insurrection, but it's always against an established, unjust regime. And I think the main example of that would be the Tea Party and all that, you know, the inception of freaking United States. That being said, take all the things that I'm saying, like these are off-the-cuff beliefs. Off-the-cuff beliefs that are not backed by any kind of cultured position. I am not a history buff. Maybe you could look at the statistics. I would like to look at the statistics and what it would be. Looking at peaceful movements versus violent insurrections and looking at the results of that and seeing which one averages positive results. You cannot tell me that freaking Gandhi's movement didn't have positive results. Oh boy, almost got boomerang there. Anyway, this feels a little too... It's not too serious. It's like I don't have enough historical knowledge to properly back up my claims. I'm just talking out of my ass. So I don't want to provoke or hold a position that is not really backed up by facts. So I can't really commit to it. And if I can't commit to a belief, why even talk about it? If you're talking out of your ass, why even bother? So I will leave you with a general feeling of things are still good, man. Things are still good. There's still a lot of positive to focus about. And that is the thing about the human condition. You can only compare it to the past. You can only compare it to other places in human settlements where it's like they would just murder. They would pillage, rampage, rape, and ransom to have the possibility of getting outraged and being able to go on the streets and make a mess because a single person was brutalized by a bunch of freaking goons, freaking piece of garbage. You know what I'm saying? It's like, blessed are thee who can afford to be outraged about that, compared to other nations, other human situations that you can find all around the world. Not going to say, obviously, you're not entitled to that rage. I'm saying, comparatively, we're still fortunate to be able to have the ability to do that, as opposed to just struggling to put food in your mouth every single day, struggling to not be disappeared by a completely insane government, not be in constant fear of your life because of all the drug trafficking and slave trading that is happening in your community. You know, temper your outrage. Do what you can in a positive way. And that is my message. That is my stance. And you will not convince me that violence is the answer. Even if you have historical data to back it up, like violent insurrection is always way more effective to enact super meaningful change, you're still not gonna convince me to go out and set a building on fire. So, unless, I'm in a personal situation where I have nothing to lose, and that's the situation that a lot of these buffoons are in. Anyway, there's a public event, so you gotta talk about it, right? Obviously, if I am recording content and I am doing commentary, trying to get around this level without using freaking resources, there's no way I can do it. I gotta throw ropes here and there. Can't do it. Very upsetting. I do need the shotgun to get around places again. Would like to have the idol. Would like to have things to sacrifice to Cali. All the things that I want to have and I cannot. The shotgun shall help me a great deal to navigate this place. Pretty damn infuriating. Pretty difficult to get to the idol again without using a rope, and I guess we'll have to do it. So anyway, there you go. I hope that this leaves you with nothing but wholesome feelings in your chest. And we are collectively cultivating a culture of calm and peace. Damn it. You know what else you can look forward to in 2020? Me getting another speed run personal best. Oh, it's coming. It's coming, baby. That's gonna be a positive change for society right there. The president himself is going to tweet. It's going to be tweets about it. How El Blargo got himself a sub 3 speed run. Not saying that I did it. I'm saying it's gonna happen in the next 6 months, unless Spelunky 2 is released and I completely forget about Spelunky 1. There's going to be a sub 3 speedrun from your boy. It's gonna happen. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time and effort and just, gumption. Fortunately, did not realize there was a Kali altar here. I wanted the idol though. I wanted the idol. The stupid ghost, I hate you. Didn't realize there was a Kali altar. What am I even doing? We gotta leave this ghost elsewhere. so I can have both of my things. Put them both through the exit. Because I'm committed to making money. Much like in my real life, I'm committed to making money. And I will spare no expense. I will stop at no atrocity in-game to make it happen. I'll embrace all kinds of aggression and greed. Looking forward to whatever other depths of depravity we need to sink to in order to get things done here. Here's a evil super alien. 3 bombs. Oh. I did not realize that he was already privy to my presence. A piece of garbage. Can we sneak in? Can we sneak in? There you go. Begone, thought! I will have a beautiful jetpack. Is going to be a trip to the future. Man, all this money. Yes, I am doing this. This means woohoo! The jetpack, I didn't want to touch the freaking gems. Messed up a little bit. But not a big deal. It's all good. Now we can get through the entirety of the rest of the level. Got a jetpack now. Gonna have to internalize this truth. Internalize this truth. There you go. You know, I do a lot of. This is worthy of discussing. Actually, I was like, just leave that entire topic away because it's just too damn serious, and people are too damn divided. But I think that's worth talking about. It's like, what was I leading with? I'm not even inviting discussion upon this entire topic because what I said is truthful. Unless you're threatening those that are extremely close to me, I will not turn to violence for any reason. And you will never get me to endorse it. Holy crap, this guy had a freaking line. Freaking line at my anus. You'll never get me to endorse it. You'll never get me to see it as a good thing. Save for extreme cases. You know what? Let me revise that so I think more about it. I would 100% endorse a violent insurrection of North Korean citizens. I would endorse a violent insurrection against Al-Qaeda controlled cities. You know, the populace. Not of freaking foreign invaders, of the actual population of that place. So I guess it could get to a point if I were to see the same amount of rampant tyranny from the United States government, I guess you could get me to the point of condoning violent insurrection against them. Much like the inception of the United States itself. It's difficult and bad to dwell in absolutes, right? There's always circumstances that are going to push you over the edge, and you just need to find the circumstances. And you may not be aware of them. They exist. But as a general policy, I will always advocate for exhausting every single other path before resorting to that. But what possible path is there for the Korean people, North Korean people, to get out of the yoke of subjugation? Not much, is there? If the great leaders die, they just get replaced by the next great leader in a never-ending cycle. Thing is, I was watching, and of course this is all circumstantial, like testimonials of people that have escaped from North Korea, and they'll often say, like, the North Korean people are actually extremely happy. Not because of their government, not because they love their great leader, that's all bullshit, but simply because people will adapt to their circumstances and find happiness in the small things in life. and it's all within you, you know. And especially like people that face great adversity, of course they find they are capable of appreciating prosperity, however small, to a much, much greater degree. So if you have come from a background of absolute abject misery and poverty, you get to the point where you are happily homeless in the streets of New York and you are actually fed every day or something like that, and you might be much happier that somebody that is behind the screen of a cell phone yelling at some other people on Twitter every day, and they're just absolutely miserable. They just cannot find laughter in their lives because they just get all these garbage inside their minds. Once again, circling back to this entire Twitter culture, absolutely loathe it. Twitter, I continue to see it as a net negative on humanity, and it should, you know, humanity would very much benefit from Twitter just suddenly imploding, disappearing, never existing again. Of course, the cat's out of the bag, so somebody will just make something that is Twitter 2.0. We're never going back to a life where Twitter doesn't exist, unless, you know, the complete collapse and apocalypse of human knowledge happens, at which point we will all be beating each other with sticks and stones, maybe scrounging ammunition from recesses on the earth, making that into our new currency. At that point, well, we will not be smiting our Twitter enemies anymore. We will be smiting each other with blunt objects to the forehead because you stole my can of beans. So, you know, even then, there will be silver linings to the apocalypse. At least I am not on Twitter all day. And say I, in the general sense, because I am not on Twitter at all. I actually have an account. I check it now and then because I follow Derek Hugh. But even that is sometimes infuriating because he posts politics and it's like, I don't want to hear it. Even if I agree with you, I don't want to hear your freaking politics. You're a game developer, he says, while talking about loose politics in a video game commentary. Nobody can help themselves. Everybody. Whoa. Excuse me, Callie. How dare you trap yourself in these terrible wrappings of violence? Nobody can help themselves. I am not any better, so you can't really blame people for posting their political stances onto their Twitter nonsense, even though you are acting as a spokesperson for your company. I would never do that with my company if I had one, for sure. I am my own brand, so, you know, you're coming here for my personal commentary, so it's a little different, but it's still probably counterproductive. Oh boy. Oh boy. Also follow Northern Lion, the boy is a riot. I guess I can tell you what the hell, it's just, I think just Israel Blarg. Is it El Blargo maybe? I think it's at El Blargo. That's how much I pay attention to it. I don't even know my own account name. But I think it's at El Blargo. If you feel like looking at the now and then nonsense that comes out of my mouth, I think I have tweeted a grand total of twice. One to say that my very first tweet is today I fucked up by making a Twitter account. That was about it. We do need to commit suicide, but of course we want the Kapala. I don't know why I was not focusing on that until just now. Kapala is great. We got 9 health, all thanks to being a wonderful good Samaritan, saving everybody that we come across. I meant to pick that up. Amazing. 9 health, what a savior. What a man of valorous and virtuous heart. That's me. That's my brand right there. If I were representing my freaking gaming company or something, you could definitely count on me keeping my mouth shut about any kind of political leaning that is not actually what I'm saying right now, which is advocating for peace, love, and understanding. It's not the same. Like, you may feel, man, you may feel like the person that voted for so-and-so is your enemy. But you will be amazed at the amount of things you have in common. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. You vote for one person, you want to vote for the other. The difference is negligible compared to the values you might share and the priorities that when it comes down to the truth of life, you may have in your heart. It's like, it's just silly, man. The amount of division and just hatred that has come out. It's just silly. Silly. I'm always shaking my head at it. It's like, I'll never hate you for the way you vote. It's just so insane to even contemplate that for me. It's absolutely nonsense. Because they're all the same, man. There's a little bit of black pill to that sentiment. This is something that I've also spoken about before. That it comes down to what can you change in your local situation and do that and not worry about anything else. Cast your vote and be happy with it. And because all politicians are just crooks. If your local one isn't yet, just give it time. I think we're done here. Just give it time. And you know why? Because once you get into that world, you're climbing the ladder. You want to get to a bigger place. And you know what? The only way to get to more power is to really want it. And to be able to really want that power and do what needs to be done to attain it, you will not keep your principles intact, and you will become the machine that you're trying to change, even if that was your intent from the beginning. Because the people that have the power is because they want it. The people that have the power, that want the power, are not the ones that are fit to wield it. And the things that they do to wield that power and to keep to that power makes them unfit to wield it. So they're all the same. They're all crooks. They're all in them together. They all laugh when you vote for this one or the other. Because they all know that they are in the same boat of, let's make myself as wealthy and as powerful as possible. They're not out there trying to make your life any better. Everybody works for themselves. Even the people that work for other people, they're working for themselves because it makes them feel good. You think I'm making these videos for you? For your entertainment? No! It's all about pleasing my own ego. I'm sorry, Major Stupid. I'm still gonna save you, though. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. If this was all for my own fun, I mean, for your entertainment. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make. It's like you're placing your emotions in places that are not worth the emotion. Place your emotions in feeding that homeless son of a bitch that's at the corner. Place your emotions in changing the world of people that are around you for the better. And stop focusing so much on superficial differences that in the grand scheme of things will not make a single difference. It really doesn't. It's like, vote for Obama, vote for who, what the hell was it? Like, do you really think that life would have been in any way all that different if, what was it? It wasn't Kerry. What was the name? Romney. If Romney had won the election instead of Obama, do you really think that everything would have been that different? Maybe Trump wouldn't have won, right? And then things would be slightly more different. I think the status quo would be far more entrenched if Trump hadn't been elected. Things would be just kind of still normal, as opposed to the hyper partisan divisions that there's been. Not even blaming El Trumpo for that. It's just the way things crumbled. But anyway, point I'm trying to make. All politicians are crooks. And if you put your support behind one, well, who's the chump? Fool me once and all that stuff. Were you fooled once? Shame on the person that fooled you. You get fooled twice. Shame on you. I'm not even doing the whole W bit. So anyway, there you go. Properly black-pilled for everybody. But with a positive spin to that. Like, it's not black pill in the sense like life is meaningless. Why do we even bother? It's more like you are getting all riled up for manufactured causes. They're just to enrich somebody that doesn't give a crap about you. Enrich the people that are next to you. Enrich yourself without harming others. That's it. That's all you need to worry yourself about. I think we're good. I think we're good here. I'm gone. Let me get the hell out of here. We will prosper in the mothership. 557,000 though. Pretty trash. Not a great seed so far. But what an incredible, thought-provoking conversation that we're having, isn't it? Is it a conversation when I'm just spewing nonsense into a microphone? And then give some marginal lip service to whatever you write in a comment? And by the way, like, I'm still trying to keep up with the comments. I still read every single comment. Don't get me wrong. But since getting back to work, responding to every single comment, and you know, this is a blessing in disguise, in the sense of there's so many comments these days that, oh my money, how dare you? You will be destroyed. There's so many comments these days, I just can't respond to every single one of them. I will respond to direct questions when it's pertinent. Most of the time though, I just read it, I feel good about it. Sometimes I click the heart button if it's particularly pleasing to read a comment. And the heart button, it doesn't really mean that I agree with things, like, especially if there's something that is praise. If there's praise in there, saying, oh, your videos are so awesome, it's like, I'm glad you think so. That is what the heart means. Because I feel, you know, there's always that shadow of self-doubt that will never leave creative people that are not completely self-absorbed. And hopefully I am still within that category, that demographic. Among the people that creative but not completely self-absorbed, you will always consider yourself mediocre and found wanting, you know? So I always consider these videos like an expression of my mediocrity. So I am happy that you feel like it's a wonderful time of entertainment and fun times. So my heart on the comment is not me expressing, oh, yes, you're right, I am the greatest. My comment is just saying, you know what, thanks for saying that. I appreciate your candid praise, and I hope to live up to it. That is what it's saying. Oh, hello. We have a maniac over here. A little concerned about him. He's now dead. Wonderful development that he's now dead. Breaking news. The shopkeeper that was trying to murder me is now dead. Let us all rejoice at his demise. Here it comes. Here comes the ghost. Get me all these beautiful gems. You're destroying my environment because I am so damn fond of explosions. Anyway, let that be the message that I am sending out into the world. Even if you disagree with that very message. Even if you disagree with details or things that I'm saying right now that you're like, you idiot, you have no idea what's going on. Let it stand, let it be said, let it be the undercurrent and the overarching narrative that I want to be wrapped around all the things that I am saying. If you disagree, I wish no harm upon you. If you disagree or you think I'm an idiot, let us all peacefully coexist. And regardless of you possibly hating something that I said, I will still piss on you if you were on fire. That's like the bare minimum of my cooperation with you. because when you're in danger and I am there to help you and I am not in a rush to get to work, I will stop and try to help you out any way I can. Because above all, we're in this together. And these may all sound like platitudes. In a way, I suppose they are. Like, am I truly that much of a positive, benevolent influence? Is that truly what's in my heart? Do I really care about this stranger? Or is it all just bullshit? And as far as I am content, the world can burn. There's some of that. There's some of that. Like, you can be... I think that's disingenuous. Is that how you pronounce it? I know that we've had this question before. Is that how you pronounce disingenuous? Disingenuous? I'm pretty sure it's disingenuous. We have had the discussion before, and I said, okay, now I know the proper way to pronounce it. But you know, that all goes down the memory hole, and you go back to not remembering how the hell to say it. But anyway, what I was saying, what was I doing? Yeah, there's always that undercurrent of, if it comes down to it, yeah, I'll let you drown if it means I'll survive, right? If it means I can save my wife, I will set your house on fire. That kind of self-interested for the people that you care about kind of thing. But let's say that is not a choice. And I guess that's where it all comes. That is why people go down that rabbit hole too. I'm just gonna grab this gem because it's just too damn much work. Ghost! Damn it, we just saw that sapphire. It's easy to ghost. So we're going to get it. We gotta stretch. Oh boy. Oh man. My back's been behaving, but I can feel it. I can feel it being weird. People get into their heads that their survival becomes that choice of who the hell you voted for and what politician do you support. And that's why they get into these mindsets of me against them, because it becomes a matter of how becomes a matter in their heads of, this is integral to the survival of my life. The survival of my life. So that's probably why they become so extremely entrenched and in madness. That is no other way to describe it, it's just madness. But I'm here to tell you that nobody cares about you in the public sphere, and none of them deserve your support. None of them are doing anything that doesn't immediately translate to them becoming richer and more powerful. So maybe they're doing it for the sake of their agenda, and their agenda is actually something that may be beneficial to a certain subsection of the world that benefited will not harm the other section of the world and that kind of stuff. But that agenda is definitely not yours. Their own may align with you in some ways, but overall, everything is out there to get you, and aliens are real. We're all going to die when the Mayan calendar goes on another loop and the Anunnakis come down from the skies to claim what's theirs. Did you just crush a bunch of you did? Garbage. Can't believe crush a bunch of my gems. Dude, what's with the stores in this scene? Like, none of them have had useful items. All garbage. We're just lucky that other things have happened. Well, there goes some money into my butthole. We're just lucky that other things have happened to make us rich item-wise. There goes that plasma cannon. We're just going to use a few. Is this the abyss? Yes, it is. I'm going to use a few mines that I saw. There you go. La 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 la. Climbing gloves already working to murder me. Such wonderful little things. Put it there. That will not do it. If I put it in the corner. Look at this. Amazing. I know things. I am the greatest. Okay, Oh, well, that's another gem I want to grab. Thing is, I don't even know what I'm trying. Look at the money. Look at the money. You come out of the freaking mothership with less than 700,000. This is terrible. This city is absolute trash. Absolute trash. And it should be tossed into a garbage trash can. Yes. Still ghosting though for some reason, even though, I mean, I don't know. We have 37. What if the first level of the temple has a billion bombs, one of them 64 bomb shops, and we get to utterly obliterate the city of gold? Even then, I don't think it's going to be $2 million territory. That's how garbage this seed is. And the thing is, there hasn't been that much that's being out of place with it. Like vault in every level, in every, in every biome. I guess I should have just ghosted a little bit more in the mines, huh? Vault in every biome. There's been gems here and there and all over the place. We ghosted the crap out of the mothership. So what is there? What is there that is so damn poor? I think it's just the mines didn't have a whole lot of cash. That's about it. And I grabbed a lot of cash that I shouldn't have. If we had actually endeavored to ghost in the mines, everything would be much better. Damn it. I was despondent then. I was not committed to all this money getting. Now, this is a brand new day in which we are endeavoring to get all the money. Oh boy. Dark times ahead. Dark times ahead. Completely 180 of the message that I was sending. Things are not so bad. Dark times ahead. I did start with the what else is coming in 2020 narrative, which I have been thinking about all week. So I really wanted to commit to that one. There you go. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is I'm completely unpredictable and unexpected, and all the things that I say are just there to create a reaction, and I am just simply lying through my teeth, creating narratives and just changing my mind on a dime just to elicit discussion on the comment section. That's all YouTubers are anyway. All I'm trying to do is to boost my own algorithm shenanigans because I work for robots. Here I am working for robots. I do feel, a little bit of real talk for you, I do feel I was starting to care a little too much about algorithm nonsense. It's like, who the hell cares now? What's happening? Oh, an idol is being crushed and possibly the scepter is being crushed. The scepter may have just been crushed. Not much I could do about that, right? There was all kinds of nonsense happening. I tried to stop the scepter from being crushed. I think it just went into the lava. But it could have been disappeared now. It could be gone forever. Anubis exploded. I'm not seeing it. Anubis exploded. It's definitely triggered. And now we are not seeing the scepter anymore. You guys know this? Check this out. It's like this block right here is slightly lower than it should be. So it doesn't count as being full height. So the plasma shot goes lower than you think it would. Or it should. I'm not seeing the scepter. It got super crushed by a trap. So suddenly we're unable to go to the City of Gold. What a wonderful time to be alive. Wonderful time to be alive. So anyway, I guess now I am simply leaving and going to Olmec and just sucking my own dick. So wonderful stuff. Happy to play. Please come again. Nothing I can do about this one. I try my darndest. I did throw a few shots trying to stop things from being crushed. Just inviting pain to my face. Still alive though, because I'm the greatest. Really like this song though. Super good. There's nothing even to sacrifice, anything at all. We're just shooting and desecrating corpses. For a while there, I think it was just the time where I was not working. I was like, you know, I'm going to give this entire YouTube thing. Let's see how I do if I put all the effort I can into it. And let's see the result of that. The result of that, it was noticeable but negligible. A little bit of an increase, like I got an extra $50 in ad revenue. That's what I got. I got a good, what was it? A good 75% boost in views and stuff like that. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's just super shark worthy. Like, even if it had been the massive blow up, a massive blow up is like, it would have been. It's not fun. Like, you start focusing on stuff like that, and like the taste that it left in my mouth, is like, you know what? It's just not fun at all. I don't think I would enjoy to be a full-time YouTuber because you start not obsessing. I wouldn't go that far, but you start caring about, this video performed so and so, and then the next one it didn't do so well, and what can I do to get the algorithm to blah blah blah. It's like, shopkeeper go boom, haha. That's so much more fun than giving a crap about numbers, and you know. So that's why I have told myself to just completely let go again of that kind of stuff. Just put out when I have fun with, put out what I have committed to, and going forward, you'll see some changes that are coming in again. I'll just make them, and you'll probably like them, and that will be it. It's basically just moving variety back to this channel, and then I'll put big projects back on the other channel, and that will be it. That will be the way that I do things, and just don't really even give a damn about putting out, you know, the daily grind. I can't give a crap about that. It's stressful. It's like, this is a hobby. Why are you stressing yourself with it? I am posted today. Oh well. Will it matter 2 years from now that you didn't post a video on May 29th? Oh no. It won't matter. Why am I still ghosting? Like, the scepter is gone. We are left here sucking our thumbs. The self-fellatio here is completely real. There's no reason to stick around and continue ghosting. But here I am, getting money out of these gems like it matters. Like it will actually make me go to the freaking city of gold. Makes no sense whatsoever, so let's just carry on forward after I grab them. Look, I went to the effort of ghosting them, so I'm going to take them. But I recognize the fact that we are bound by circumstances that I could have done little about. Yes, I could have simply not blown up Anubis without knowing where he was going, but come on. I think this one, you can definitely say, all right, Blargo, I'll cut you a break. I'll let you know that you are not truly to blame for this terrible circumstance, and in fact, you did everything you could, and you got shafted by an evil trap spawn that somehow always happens to get me. They have a way of getting me, those damn trap spawns. Either by trapping me in a... Please don't murder me. Yeah, I have been murdered. It's alright. The run was busted forever. Didn't even get to talk about Mordheim, which I've been playing again because I cannot help myself. I love that freaking game. Who got into hell? Well, a few people got into hell that did not get their scepter destroyed forever. It was the 1st of June. Anyway, hopefully you enjoy yourself. Hopefully you got a positive vibe out of this entire diatribe, because there's too much negativity and too much anger in the world, and a lot of it we could do without. See you in the next one. Until then, love thy neighbor.